This is a review of the Piranha Mouse Mods Pro Collection PGPS. This mouse is inspired by the G Pro Superlight, but 10% smaller. It also has Hotswap sockets, so if you want to change your mouse switches. It currently has Kailh GM 4.0 red switches, and then this also comes with Tiger Eye skates in the mod kit. This mod kit uses the Logitech G305 internals. This means that you can use the Logitech software to change settings. The good thing about the G305 is that it has onboard memory, so whatever you do in the software will be saved to the mouse. Because it's using the Logitech internals, it's a really solid mouse. I wouldn't mind using this as my main mouse for a while. One problem with the mouse is there is no longer a DPI button, so you'll have to change that with the software. You may notice that my scroll wheel isn't centered, but this doesn't affect use. Piranha stated on Discord that it has been fixed now by adding more internal structures to the 3D printed shell, so hopefully you don't have that issue. If you shake the mouse, the only thing that makes a noise is the on-off button, other than that it's a pretty solid mouse. Because of the position of the cable, you won't be able to use it while it's charging. When the cable is plugged in, it should light up blue, and when you attach it to the mouse it will start blinking green. Once the green light is solid, the mouse is done charging. Piranha Mouse Mod states up to 120 hours on their website. I had plenty of hours out of this mouse, I even edited this video with it. Once the magnetic cable attaches, it isn't going anywhere and it shouldn't detach, as you can see as I can lift the mouse. Their mouses also feature a tensioning system that you can adjust with the two screw holes at the front of the mouse on the bottom, with the included screwdriver. The Kailh GM red switches that are included sound like this. They're light to the touch and sound crisp. They feel pretty good, lighter than any other switch I've tried. To change the switches, you'll have to remove 3 screws from the bottom of the mouse and 4 from the sides. I recommend using a plastic tool like this to make it easier to pry the mouse open. Just be careful, and the included screwdriver. This is what the Hotswap sockets look like. When putting the Hotswap mouse switch PCBs into the mouse PCB, it may not fit at first, so I just used a larger screwdriver and carefully made the hole bigger, and then it slotted in fine. This is what the mouse switches look like, with the 3 pins. If you carefully just slot the switch in, apply a little pressure, and then you're done. This is the mod kit beside the G305 shell, the Logitech G502, the Logitech G903, the Razer Viper Ultimate, the Ninjutso Katana Superlight, which is quite like the Logitech G Pro Superlight. The Finalmouse Starlight-12 Phantom medium. The Finalmouse Starlight-12 Poseidon small, which I think is quite comparable in size. The Zaunkoenig M2K, which is the world's lightest mouse. You can see my review for this. Here's some gameplay of me using the mouse. One thing that might not be so good for some people with this mouse is that the texture is kind of rough. It feels fine, it just feels more grippy, but some people just may not like the texture. My younger brother tried this mouse and he really hates the texture. But yeah, if you don't mind the 3D printed shell, the little bit of texture to it as 3D prints do, it feels a bit like my Artisan pad, or another comparison could be the Zowie GTFX pad. That feels quite similar. Overall, I think the mod kits from PMM seem pretty solid. It's very easy to put together. They sell a wide range of mod kits. You can buy a pre-built kit, but it costs a lot more. They've got a lot of inspired designs of other mice, pretty solid. They have really well laid out instructions. When it comes to the Hotswap sockets, as mentioned, the tubes of the Hotswap PCB might not fit through the G305 PCB very well, so you might need to make the holes a bit bigger, which I had to do. They even give you instructions on how to take apart the G305. You don't need cable cutters unless you're doing the non-Hotswap version, the standard version, I believe. One thing they didn't state is I also used a plastic tool to help open the mouse, as I struggled a lot when I reached step 4. At the back here it's really difficult to separate. You need all of the screws from the Logitech G305. Pretty solid mod, feels good, really lightweight. Highly recommend you picking up one if you're looking for something like this. The Hotswap's a pretty cool feature. They do mouse pads it seems, but that's sold out. And they sell some other extras like mouse feet, grip tape, a switch set, and just anything you would need really. By the tracking info it seems that they're shipping out of China. It says assembly in Germany, but that's probably for the pre-built kits. But on their website pmm.gg you'll find everything that you want to know. Thanks for watching my review. I hope that people find this interesting. It's a 3D printed shell.